Good morning, dear students. I am Amrita, your chemistry lecturer. In the previous class, we learned laws of photochemistry. As you know, we already discussed the derivation of Lambert's law. I hope the concept is clear to all. So, today in this session, we shall discuss statement and derivation of Bayes' law. I know it is very difficult to understand the derivation through online class, but don't worry, derivation is very simple and also very easy. One thing you have to remember, after watching class, you can try to solve the derivation by yourself. It will helpful for self-evaluation. Okay. In English, one proverb says that practice makes man perfect. By keeping this in mind, start your studies. Okay. So let us start our discussions. So let us move on to a topic that is Bayes' law. So the statement is given like this. When a monochromatic light is passed through a solution, the decrease in the intensity of the light with the thickness of the solution is directly proportional not only to the intensity of the incident light but also to the concentration of the solution. So this is the statement of a Bayes' law. Okay. So once I will explain the statement. So here you have to take a monochromatic light. So monochromatic light means the light consists of a single wavelength is known as monochromatic light. When a monochromatic light is passed through a solution, what happens means here it will decrease as the intensity of the light. So the decrease in the intensity of the light is given as minus di with the thickness, that is thickness is represented as dx of the solution is proportional to, that means it is directly proportional to the intensity of the incident light and also to the concentration of the solution. So this is the statement of Bayes' law. Okay. So mathematically the Bayes' law is given like this, that is minus di by dx is directly proportional to I into C. So this is called as equation 1. Okay. Observe equation 1. So you will observe a proportionality constant. So on removing this proportionality constant, you will get equation 2. So equation 2 is given as minus di by dx is equal to epsilon I into C. Okay. So here minus di represent the small decrease in the intensity of the light and dx is represent the thickness of the absorbing medium and I represent the intensity of the incident light. Okay. And here epsilon is called as a proportionality constant, or in other words it is also called as molar absorption coefficient. Okay. In equation 2 you will observe the epsilon. This one is also called as molar absorption coefficient. Next, epsilon is a constant of proportionality, and in other words it is also called as molar absorption coefficient. So this epsilon is depends upon the nature of the absorbing solute, and also it will depend on the wavelength of the light used. That means here the molar absorption coefficient is depends upon the two important factors. The one is it is depends on the nature of the absorbing solute, and another one is it depend upon the wavelength of the light used. Okay. Consider the equation 3. So equation 3 is given as minus di divided by dx is equal to epsilon I into C. So this is the equation 3. Okay. On rearranging equation 3, you will get a new equation, that is di by I is equal to minus epsilon C into dx. So this is called as equation 4. So how do you get this equation 4 means just you have to rearrange the equation 3. Okay. Next, the intensity I. Okay, I represent the intensity. At any point x can be found in terms of virginal intensity. So virginal intensity is given as I naught. Okay. So you have to integrate the equation 4 by considering the limits value as case 1 when x is equal to 0 and I is equal to I naught. This is the limits value in case 1. In case 2, you have to take x value as x is equal to x and I is equal to I naught. So by considering case 1 and case 2, you have to integrate the equation 4. Then you will get a new equation that is given as log I by I naught is equal to minus epsilon c into x. So this is a equation 5. Okay. So next you have to rearrange the equation 5. You will get new equation that is I by I naught is equal to e to the power of minus epsilon c into x. Okay. So if you cross multiply this equation, so you will get new equation that is given as I is equal to I naught into e to the power of minus epsilon c into x. So this is very important equation. So this equation will represent the Bayes law. Okay. Next, the difference between I naught and I gives the intensity of the light absorbed. So here, intensity of the light absorbed is given as I absorbed is equal to I naught minus I. Okay, I absorbed is equal to I naught minus I. We already know the value of I, that is I value is given as I is equal to I naught into e to the power of minus epsilon c into x. So substitute this value in equation 6. So you will get a intensity of the light absorbed. So that is given as I absorbed is equal to I naught into 1 minus I naught into e to the power of minus epsilon into c into x. So this is the formula used to calculate the intensity of the light absorbed. Okay. Next, consider equation 5. So equation 5 is given as log I by I naught is equal to minus epsilon c into x. So this is the equation 5. So here on multiply 2.303 on left hand side of the equation 5. So you will get a new equation. So that is given as 2.303 log I by I naught is equal to minus epsilon into cx. Okay, once again I will repeat. Multiply 2.303 on the left hand side of the equation 5. Okay, so you will get 2.303 log I by I naught is equal to minus epsilon c into x. This is called as equation 7. Okay. So here on rearranging this equation 7, you will get new equation that is log I by I naught is equal to epsilon divided by log I by I naught is equal to minus epsilon divided by 2.303 into c into x. Okay. So here log I by I naught is equal to minus epsilon 1 into c into x. So this is the equation. This is called as equation 8. So in this equation 8, the epsilon 1 value is given as epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon divided by 2.303. Here the epsilon 1 is called as molar extinction coefficient of the absorbing solution. Okay. Again consider this equation that is log I by I naught is equal to minus epsilon 1 into c into x. Okay. If you rearrange this equation, you will get a new equation that is I by I naught is equal to 10 to the power of minus epsilon 1 c into x. This is the final equation. So this is all about the Bayes law. I hope it is clear to all. If you have any doubt, next class we can discuss your doubt. Thanks for watching.